Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram, back with you on your Cricket Happening show. I just had to wear my other glasses here. I hope everyone are staying safe and secure in this very tough environment and tough times that the world is facing. I hope everyone stays safe in this. Continuing my cricket show, back into my weekends cricket show that I normally do. And we are talking about a magnificent match that happened today in the Indian Premier League 2021, where the Chennai Super Kings, on a very good pitch to bat on, had put 218 for 4. And with the Mumbai Indians firepower, there was absolutely no doubt about it. In the past, Mumbai Indians have not chased anything of that magnitude, I'm told, as per the records. But today, they for the first time they did it. And what a magnificent knock from Kieron Pollard, who hammered the Chennai Super Kings bowlers to all parts of the park with a blistering 87 unbeaten runs of just 34 deliveries, which included 8 spanking sixes and 6 boundaries. So I'll be talking about this game in greater detail, or probably looking at the salient features of the match, because I have another 2 matches to cover here. We are also looking at some international stuff here, where the Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh match, definitely the Sri Lankans absolutely on the ascendant there in that particular match, where the Sri Lankans were leading by 259 runs, with Bangladesh on 17 for 2. By Sri Lanka leading by 259 runs, and we are talking about day 3. So that's a real game on there. Sri Lankans looking absolutely with a chance there in the second test match. As far as the Zimbabwe versus Pakistan were concerned, Pakistan wrapped up the first test match inside 3 days as they won by an innings and 116 runs, with Hassan Ali, the man of the match, running riot with the ball, picking up 4 wickets after tea to close the Zimbabwean innings for 134 as they were following on. Not following on. Basically, it was an innings defeat where Zimbabwe in the second innings were bowled out 134. I'll also talk about Prithvi Shaw in this particular week, hitting 6 fours of the bowler Shivam Mavi of the Kolkata Knight Riders. And what a pristine form this young bloke Prithvi Shaw is. And I see no reason why the Prithvi Shaw should be not figuring in the Indian scheme of things when the team is selected, because I feel he definitely deserves that spot. He has come back from his woeful form that he had, and he is making this IPL absolutely his own. So first, we are getting on to the IPL. As I said, all the excitement was in the Indian Premier League 2021. The match was played, the 27th match which was played, and this was a match between Chennai Super Kings and Mumbai Indians. Chennai Super Kings were the ones who batted first. Rituraj Gaikwad was out for 4. But then, as I said, this pitch was an absolute belter, and the runs were very easy to come by. So Faf du Plessis made 50 of 28 deliveries, 2 fours and 4 sixes. Sixes absolutely rained here, no doubt about it, because as I said, it was very easy to really go the distance. And at Delhi, it was sixers were absolutely raining in the stadium. Du Plessis making 50 of 28 balls, 2 fours and 4 sixes. Moeen Ali cracking 58 of just 36 deliveries, which included 5 fours and 5 sixes. Suresh Raina missed out for sure, was out for 2. But Ambati Raidu, absolutely, what to say? I mean, he really collared the Mumbai Indians bowling attack. He went after each and every bowler that you can name it. And he went on to make this particular innings of his was an absolutely quicksilver innings, as we call it. He was not out on 72 of 27 deliveries, which included 7 sixes and 4 boundaries. Jadeja was not out on 22 with a runnable stuff with 2 boundaries, as the Chennai Super Kings closed at 218 for 4, and that was a pretty good score on this particular wicket. Now, as far as the bowling goes, as I said, it was not an easy day for the bowlers. Let us talk about it. It was not an easy day. It was not easy to bowl. I mean, if you're going to bowl full length, it was disappearing. If you're going to bowl short, it was disappearing. It was not at all easy. But still, the bowler stuck it out. Trent bowled 4 overs, 1 for 42. You will definitely know from Jasprit Bumrah's figures, you normally does not concede runs in such a manner. His 4 overs were hammered for 56 runs, and Ambati Raidu went really after Bumrah. Dhaval Kulkarni, 4 overs, none for 48. Rahul Chahar, none for 32. 2 overs for 26 for Jimmy Nasham making his debut in IPL 2021. Kieron Pollard, I mean, probably making Nisham for Mumbai Indians, I would say, a debut. And Kieron Pollard, 2 overs, 2 for 12, was the very successful bowler. But bowling was just a sort of something that he did. But the batting was the one that Kieron Pollard went on and showed his absolute power in full measure today. And as I said, pitch again, a very easy pitch. Now, talking about the Mumbai Indians, chasing 219 runs from 20 overs. The start was good. Rohit Sharma and Quinton de Kock combining and making 71 in 7.4 overs. And you would have seen from this itself that the Indians were, the Mumbai Indians were off to a good start. They were absolutely in tune with the run rate, asking run rate that was needed. And then finally, Quinton de Kock fell for 38 of 28, 4 fours and 1 6. Rohit Sharma making 35 of 24, 4 fours and 1 6. And Surya Kumar Yadav definitely missed out here as he was fooled by Jadeja, as he probably thought the ball would turn. But Sky was absolutely fooled by Jadeja. He was caught behind by Dhoni for 3. And the Mumbai Indians decided that they would promote Krunal Pandya, the batting lineup, ahead of Kieron Pollard. And one does not know what was the thinking behind it, but definitely it proved successful as Krunal Pandya came there. And when Surya Kumar Yadav was gone, we saw Kieron Pollard walking in, and Krunal Pandya was really just nurdling the ball and getting the runs at that particular time. But Kieron Pollard came in at a juncture where the halfway mark was there, and there was still a long way to go for the Mumbai Indians. But as I said, this was one of the innings from Kieron Pollard where he absolutely started belting the bowlers, the Chennai Super King bowlers. In fact, the only bowler I thought who bowled well to him was Sam Curran, because Kieron Pollard was hammering them out of the park in such a fashion, and they were all, let me tell you, they were not on any ground that would have sailed for sixes. Those were some big hits from Kieron Pollard. If you look at his innings, that will give you an inkling. And definitely there was a bit of pressure on Kieron Pollard. 16 runs required for the last over. Before that, Krunal Pandya then left for 32. Hardik Pandya came in and blighted Sam Curran for 2 wonderful sixes. But that was also very important in the process. He made 16 of 7 deliveries with just 2 sixes. But and then Nisham was out, and now Kieron Pollard was facing the final over. 16 runs were required. Lungi Gidi was given the ball, and Kieron Pollard took it upon himself. He denied the singles. He decided that he's only going to deal in 4s and 6s or probably 2 runs. And in 16 runs, and the ball was going to Lungi Gidi. And Lungi Gidi, the first ball disappeared for a boundary, and then it was Kieron Pollard depositing one into the stands, a mighty hit there, and then Kieron Pollard keeping his cool, not taking the 2s, and wanting to know that, making sure that he is the one who will be taking strike when the Mumbai Indians will be getting on to that victory mark. He made sure that Dhaval Kulkarni did not face a ball, and Kieron Pollard took it upon himself. And in the final analysis, it all came down to 2 runs of the final ball. Kieron Pollard kept on running. He hit the ball and kept on running. Dhaval Kulkarni was also pretty swift, and that enabled the Mumbai Indians to complete this win. And what a win that was. This is the second most highest successful win completed by a team in Indian Premier League. 2021 IPL. And Kieron Pollard, what a smasher of a ball he is. Not out on 87. The fifth fastest 50 by Kieron Pollard. Not out 87 of 34 deliveries, 6 fours and 8 sixes. And 219 for 6. Mumbai Indians standing big there. The bowling, Deepak Chahar, as you know, Dhoni actually completes his full quota for overs, not for 37. Sam Curran, to me, absolutely. Either side, I will go for Sam Curran as the pick of my bowlers. What an over he bowled in that particular over. He kept Kieron Pollard quiet. He picked up wickets. He picked up 3 wickets in that particular over. He went on to, in fact, in the 18th over, I suppose, he picked up Hardik Pandya, picked up James Neesham. Earlier, he picked up Krunal Pandya. So hats off to Sam Curran. And Sam Curran has this habit of bowling very well in the death overs. And it was very good to see Sam Curran nailing his Yorkers absolutely on the perfect spot to make it difficult for the batsman. And even for Kieron Pollard, if he dug the ball, he could. I mean, even by digging the ball, he could hit for boundaries. Lungi Giri had a very horrible day. 4 overs, 1 for 62. Shardul Thakur, 4 overs, 1 for 56, continues to struggle. Ravindra Jadeja, 3 overs, 1 for 29. Moeen Ali bowled 1 over, in which he picked up 1 wicket for 1 run. So Kieron Pollard was the man of the match. And we all know there are no prizes for guessing that Kieron Pollard was man of the match. But what a match we had! I mean, it was something, some absolutely powerful hitting from Kieron Pollard. I mean, even if you throw the ball outside the off stump in a wide manner, Kieron Pollard reaches it and smacks it over the fence for a 6. Such is Kieron Pollard's power that carries the ball all over the fence every time he strikes the ball, and such is his demeanor, one could say. Well, dear fans, now from here we shift off to the Zimbabwe versus Pakistan test match. As I said, match over in just 3 days. Pakistan, just talking about this particular game, just giving you the outcome there. Pakistan winning by an innings and 116 runs. Just on a note on this IPL, I would like to say that Sunrisers Hyderabad captain David Warner has been replaced by Kane Williamson. That is breaking news that had come in earlier. But yes, that is what it is. So tomorrow probably we are going to see, I think, the Sunrisers Hyderabad matches. I need to check up that before I really say. I think it's because I have a feeling it's SRH versus Rajasthan Royals, but or probably I just need to confirm. But I'm not going there. So but let's have a look at the Zimbabwe versus Pakistan game. Pakistan won by an innings on 116 runs. If you look at the card there, the Zimbabweans were the ones who batted first, and it was a big struggle for them. They were bowled out for 176, the highest scorer being Roy Keir, who made 48 with 7 boundaries. Other than that, there was nothing to talk about. Brendan Taylor was captaining the innings. Yes, we know for a fact that the Zimbabwean batting lineup missing a few people. Sikandar Raja is out with whatever he won't be able to play. Then there's no Sean Williams. There's no Craig Irvine, I suppose. So basically, it was not easy for Zimbabwe. They had a bunch of youngsters playing, 176 all out, and 4 wickets apiece to Shaheen Shah Afridi and Hassan Ali, who bowled well. Sajid Khan was making his test debut for Pakistan. Pakistan, in their first leg, replying to the 176, put on 426 on the board. Imran Butt making 91 with 7 boundaries. Abid Ali, the opener, making 60 with 10 boundaries. Azhar Ali 36, but Fawad Alam, the man, Babar Azam, can you believe it? He was out for a blob, for a golden duck, one could say, of the very first ball of Trapano. He was gone. Fawad Alam, as you know, he has made a comeback to the test matches and he never misses an opportunity to score a century. And he's another one who twirls the bat like a sword, like what the Indian Ravindra Jadeja does. And Fawad Alam made 140 and made sure that Pakistan will go on to a big lead. And that's what precisely happened. Rizwan was out for 45. Hassan Ali playing a quick cameo, 30, with 3 fours and 2 sixes. 426, a mighty total, one could say, in the context of things. And that was 245 runs lead for Pakistan. The bowling, blessing Muzramani. He's someone definitely blessed with his height, blessed with his pace, and he definitely was not making it easy for the Pakistan batsmen. 4 for 73 is returns. Nagrava, the left-arm bowler, 10-2 for 104. 3 wickets to Donald Tripano, 1 to the off-spinner Chisoro. Zimbabwe in their second day did not trouble Pakistan at all. They were bowled out for 134. They had some good resistance in the opening stages when the openers, Kevin Kazuza with 28 and 3 boundaries, and Tarsam Iskanda with 43 with 5 boundaries, were doing well. They were keeping up the they were playing some strokes as well, but also seeing that they were offering a nice, good, solid defense as well. But it was not so easy. Brendan Taylor himself did not have a good game. As you know, he did not even do well in the T20s. And that is a big question mark for Zimbabwe. He's captaining the side. And I think for Zimbabwe, it's very, very essential and vital that Brendan Taylor gets going, because he's, to me, is the bulwark of the Zimbabwean cricket team. Chakabva made 14. Other than that, as I said, Hassan Ali was the one who got into the act, because after tea, he picked up 4 wickets in an absolute trice, one could say, and that bowled out the Zimbabweans for 134. And Hassan Ali, with 9 wickets, was named man of the match. 5 wickets for 36 in the second to add to his 4 wickets that he had in the first. Prithvi was wicketless. 2 wickets to Nauman Ali, the left-hand spinner, and 1 wicket to Fahim Ashraf. Hassan Ali was named man of the match. So that is as far as that match is concerned. Now we go on to the Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh, which is also looking like a result coming in this match at Asgria Stadium in Kandy, where where I'm going to just look at the card there for you, just taking you back as to what really has transpired in this particular test match. Sri Lankans, 493 for 7 declared. They put up a big score on the board, thanks to centuries from Dimuth Karunaratne, who's showing some wonderful consistency. He made a double century, as we all remember, the first test match against Bangladesh. And here comes Karunaratne, making 118 with 15 boundaries. Now, Lairu Thirumanne is a breath of absolutely very, very refreshing fresh air for Sri Lanka. This man has not done anything wrong. You know that Lairu Thirumanne, when he started his test career, he was compared to none other than the living legend Kumar Sangakkara for the way he was playing. But unfortunately, we saw that Lairu Thirumanne is someone whose talent never blossomed. But here he is, Lairu Thirumanne. He has taken the opportunity, and now he is not leaving any opportunity which is going to escape him. Look at that knock of his. He came with the goods there, 140. What a partnership. I mean, these two are forging a wonderful partnership. They did it in the first test as well, as we remember. Dimuth Karunaratne, 118. Lairu Thirumanne, 140 with 15 boundaries. Ochado Fernando was also very, very impressive with 81 with 8 boundaries. And we had Niroshan Dikwala towards the end, not out 77, another principal scorer with 8 fours and 1 6. Ramesh Mendes also contributed 33 runs, 493 for 7. The good thing for Bangladesh was the pace bowling of Taskin Ahmed, who is increasingly looking penetrative. 34.2 overs, 7 maidens, 127 runs and 4 wickets. He really brought this Bangladesh back into the match, and after when he took those wickets, when he took 3 wickets pretty quickly. 1 wicket apiece to Mehdi Hassan. Shariful Islam on his the left arm pacer, tall. He has the advantage of being tall as well, and he has also looked good in the spells that he has bowled, 1 for 91. And Bangladesh in their first leg were bowled out for 251, conceding a big lead to the Sri Lankans. If you look at the batting card for the Bangladeshis, Tamim Iqbal was the highest scorer with 92 with 12 boundaries. Saif Hassan making 25. Mominul Haq Shanto, who made a century, was out for a blob. Mominul Haq made 49 with 7 boundaries. Mushfir Rahim 40. That was card. There were 251. And the man who did the damage was the left arm spinner on his test debut. His name, Praveen Jayavikrama, bowling 32 overs, 7 maidens, 92 runs and 6 wickets to this blow. Praveen Jayavikrama. He's the only spinner. As you know, their main spinner Lasid Mbulduniya was injured, and Praveen Jayavikrama has announced his arrival in international cricket. He bowled superbly. He put the Bangladeshi batsmen is so doubts in their minds with his bowling, and definitely the pitch definitely has some turn. There is no doubt about it. He has taken full advantage out of it. And if you look at the maximum number of wickets has been taken by the spinners. Ramesh Mendes picking up 2 for 86. Suranga Lakmal 2 for 30. The solitary seamer getting 2 for 30. So 251 now Sri Lanka in their second day, going to stumps on day 3 of this second test match was 17 for 2. They lost Lairu Thiramani 2, and the openers only Lairu Thiramani was gone for 2. Matthews and Miraz taking his catch, and Usharo Fernando was stumped by Liton Das. So the bowling of Taijul Islam for 1. So that made it 2 wickets down for 17. Angelo Matthews was not out on 1, and the captain Karunaratne was not out on 13. So that's the match situation. Looking at the match situation, the Sri Lankans look to be absolutely on the driver's seat. There's no doubt about it, because they are 259 runs on right now, 8 wickets still intact. 2 more full days to go here in Asgiria Stadium in Kandy. And I can say the ball is definitely turning. It's not going to be easy for Bangladesh. Let's remember that Jaya Vikrama is just coming back after taking his 6-wicket haul, his debut on his debut. And also let's also talk about Pravin Jaya Vikrama, who has taken 6 wickets on debut. He has broken the record that was held by Upul Chandana, who took 6 wickets against Pakistan way back. He has broken that record, and now Pravin Jaya Vikrama is the new record holder for a Sri Lankan spinner on test debut to have taken 6 wickets for 92 runs. So beating Upul Chandana's bowling record there, Pravin Jaya Vikrama, the new name in Sri Lankan cricket. And so as I said, it's going to be very difficult for Bangladesh, because the pitch is turning. There are 2 full days to go. There is some dryness on the wicket as well. So definitely it's not going to be easy for Bangladesh. And Jaya Vikrama is absolutely on a roll. After 6 wickets, we have seen it's not going to be easy. So Bangladesh definitely under the pump here when going into even the 4th day of this. So the only thing that Bangladesh can do, they can try to pick up, as the spinners have to really come come to the party. And I'm afraid to say, yes, they have 2 quality spinners. There's no doubt about it. Marius and Miraz and Taijul Islam. But if they can really do what Pravin Jaya Vikrama did, that will probably give them a chance, probably. Not to win, but at least draw the match, something of the sort. We are not going into it. But as I said, I would like to talk about, before I end this cricket show, about a great feat that was done by none other than this very young batsman who was playing for Delhi Capitals, Prithvi Shaw, the young batsman. This has never been done. So I basically wanted to know, I actually threw down the questions as well, saying that I dug into the records, the cricket records, to see whether there is any player in the cricketing world who has actually hit 6 fours of the very first over of a single innings. And I think even in list A cricket, I have not heard, I have not come across, I could not see any record. And again, I say, if anyone finds anything, please write to me. You have your email. You can write to me on YouTube. You can write to me on my cricket website. You can go on to my Twitter page. Wherever you can reply to me, and anyone, even if any cricketing experts are by any chance watching this cricket show of mine, I would really tell them, if anyone can tell me an instance. So according to me, that feat that Prithvi Shaw did was absolutely unique. Hitting 6 fours in the very first over of an innings is something which has never ever been recorded in international cricket. Prithvi Shaw of Delhi Capitals did it to his partner, under 19 partner, one could say, because Shivam Mavi, the young pacer, has definitely has played under the captaincy of Prithvi Shaw in the under 19 World Cup, as I've already seen it. So definitely hats off to Prithvi Shaw. Really, my commiserations to Shivam Mavi, who was the bowler who had to bore the brunt of the Prithvi Shaw assault. But what shots they were! Prithvi Shaw, oh my word, he's really turning this IPL into his own, and that 6 fours of Shivam Mavi is an absolute icing on the cake for Prithvi Shaw. And let us talk about this particular over that he bowled. Now, Shivam Mavi from KKR, I really don't. I would never ever say. I mean, there was a talk going on in the commentators' box saying that probably Patrick Cummins should have bowled. But let's also understand one thing, that Shivam Mavi has bowled in previous matches too, and he has not gone for plenty. I mean, he has been a good bowler according to. He has hit his straps, one could say. But so that's the precise reason I'm not really agreeing that Patrick Cummins should have been the bowler, because probably Morgan would have thought that, Shivam Mavi has been doing well, so why don't he go with the first over? It's just one of those instances that has happened. Just for instance, what comes to my mind when we are talking about 6-4s in over, it has happened in test matches. I think there was the former Indian cricket player, a swashbuckling batsman by the name Sandeep Patel, who hit Bob Willis for 6-4s in a single over. That was way back in England when Sandeep Patel. And if my memory serves me right, Andy Roberts, or probably I think it was Andy Roberts hitting Ian Botham for 6-4s. But probably correct me if I'm wrong. Probably I could go wrong here. Chris Gayle, I think, is someone who has achieved this feat. But as I said, hitting 6-4s in the first over of the innings has never, ever happened in international cricket. So take a bow, Prithvi Shaw. Thank you and see you all. And as I said, you can always visit my Twitter page. You can always go to my website, www.cricket-status.com. You can get on to my Twitter. I talked about Cricket Reddit, a very, very big part of my cricket here, Cricket Reddit, a place where I'm very, very active. You can check on that as well. I know these days you might be thinking that I was not very active on Cricket Reddit. The reason being, I've been having some real work in the office, and it has been a very, very busy day for me, considering with a lot of work there. So unfortunately, I could not find time. But as and when I find time, the first thing I go on to is Cricket Reddit, and then it goes to Twitter, and then YouTube. I am with you during the weekend, and my cricket website as well. Dear fans and subscribers, this being said, it's goodbye from my studios here in Toronto, and let's all convene or meet for the Sunday's cricket show that will be happening tomorrow from my side. Until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.